I am so excited. We have with us today the beautiful, the talented, don't want to mess up the hair, don't want to mess up the makeup.
What makeup? I thought this was a makeover.
Oh.
I thought you were going to put makeup on me.
Oh, that's not how this works.
That's why I didn't wear any.
That's not how that works at all. We were just talking upstairs. I said it's probably been 15 years. You think it might be closer to 20 years since we've seen each other?
I don't think we've seen each other like face to face since maybe the late 90s.
One of the last wig stocks or something? Or
I don't even know.
I want to know the Sherry Vine story because I was reading up about you the other day.
I was living in LA and I started performing in drag just for fun. I was roommates with Candace Kane and we're like, let's get dressed up and go out. And it just started as silly and met Jackie and started doing stuff. And it was just Sherry for like a year. And someone said, hey, you need to drive up Vine Street. There's a building up there called the Sherry. And I was like, oh, and I just kind of wandered by it there, and it looked like a busted crack whorehouse.
And you said,
I was like,
that's me.
I'm home.
You were born in Florida.
Yeah.
You grew up in Maryland?
Out the suburbs of Baltimore.
You don't have a Baltimore accent, do you?
Well, I did. I worked hard to get rid of that.
What is it? Tell me.
On, going down to the ocean, and down there and the police and all.
I think that's
you gotta
hot.
you gotta go. You gotta watch out. Be careful.
When you get drunk or angry?
No, it wasn't that strong, but I had like water. I always said water.
So you lived with Candace out here. And what year was this? When is this?
Oh my God, she would kill me. But it was a while ago.
Because I first remember you when you were an elf on RuPaul's the Christmas special. Yeah.
I moved to New York in '92, was doing Sherry Vine full time, and did my first show at the Pyramid, my very first show.
That's something to say.
And RuPaul was there and came downstairs, and of course this was like, ooh,
Even then,
we all. RuPaul. I knew who she was before I moved to New York, before Supermodel. I mean, I knew who she was. I knew who Bunny was and Joey Ayers. Like, this was before the internet, and you still knew who your idols were.
Well, I knew who Jackie was out in LA. I mean, like all the New York queens knew who all the LA people were.
You should.
Yeah.
And RuPaul came downstairs, and she came back. She came up to me. She's like, "Girl, you grew up watching Carol Burnett, didn't you?" I was like, I did. It was my biggest influence. And then the next thing I heard was they were asking me to be a part of that. And I was like, the baby. It's so funny to look back, like, oh my God.
Well, that's right, because you were like Billy Beyond was the little drummer boy.
Billy and Sister Dimension and Lady Bunny and Floyd and all these people that are like, they were like the stars of Manhattan. And I was like, oh my God. I was like the baby.
You were the fetus, and you were a little intimidated?
I was terrified.
And now you're like, out of my way, girl, out of here.
But I love when I run into any of them and it's still like, amazing.
You are most famous for your
service to the Latino community.
Yeah. That's not what I was going to say. For your music parodies, I think we need to go over some of the titles because your poker face you changed to...
Poke my face.
Paparazzi was...
Papa, you're a Nazi. I'm Jewish, I can say that. Bad Romance was Shit My Pants, which doesn't even really rhyme well, but that was just a hit.
Marry the Night was...
Hairy and Tight. Really lofty. I'm an MFA in theater, This is a $100,000 education at work, ladies and gentlemen. The Gaga parodies are the most successful, and because all the stars align. Like, I was just starting to make videos with Francis Legg, who's my video partner. We did the Bad Romance one. It was the height of Lady Gaga, the height of Perez Hilton, who was the one who put that up there. So, give props.
Bless him, sure.
Give props. And
there is a passing resemblance.
Oh, well, people say that all the time, and I'm like, well, maybe her mom, but poor Gaga. And she actually is like amazing because I've met her, and she has this amazing sense of humor, and she gets it. She's posted my videos on her website.
Wow.
Oh yeah, she's written, it's like, oh my God, this one I love it, and we have to have a beer together or whatever. And She's been really cool.
That's really cool.
Very cool. I really wanted to do something different with the YouTube channel, like, because I've been for the past 7 years doing these music video parodies.
Yes.
It's so saturated now, like everybody's doing that, which is great. And I was like, it's been 7 years. Let's do something different. And so Josh and I were talking, we're like, oh, maybe we should do like a little webisode thing, like a soap opera or something once a week. And for some reason we were like, without drugs, we were like, let's do one a day. So that's what we're doing. We're literally doing a new video every single day.
You have Sharing the Greek. What is that?
Sharing the Greek is kind of like, it's a morning talk show thing with me and this guy, Chris Semmers, who has his own channel, Greek in the City, and it's very Kelly and Michael. And we talk about holidays and then like what's the Greek angle, what's the gay angle. And so every Sunday is a new episode of Sharing the Greek.
You also are doing education?
Education is our docu-style kind of interview. We did Charles Bush, Joey Arias, Hattie Hathaway, David Drake, Mistress Formica, Miss Guy.
So you're getting all of them.
And it's kind of their take on who influenced you, and like if you were talking to some 20-year-old gay, what movie do they have to see? What book do they have to read? And
Suddenly last summer.
And then they ate it.
Like a white hot bone in the sky.
Jackie Beat actually does. And next time you see Jackie Beat, ask her to do her Liz Taylor impersonation. It's pretty good. When I get back to New York, we're going to be interviewing Penny Arcade and Bob the drag queen. Not Bob the drag, sorry. The world famous Bob. And we did a Bob the drag queen.
Do you suppose world famous Bob is furious about Bob the drag queen? Like Raven O must be furious about Raven, don't you think?
Well, God, you know, there's like, I've met like 10 Ravens. I mean, there's a lot of Ravens, you know, that do drag. And Raven O now is so like, not drag, you know?
Right.
I mean, that's my drag mother, Raven O, but she's so kind of hot butch man drag now.
Oh, yeah, okay. And then what, you're also doing Fashion Police?
Fashion Police. So kind of our Fashion Police Rachel Zoe mashup parody, and again we have guests on, and it's talking about influences and trends, like what trend do you love, what trend needs to die. We did Machine Dazzle, Acid Betty, a whole like a group of people, and silly. That's on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, the Anita and Gina Marie show, which I have nothing to do with. I'm not in it at all. I saw these two queens performing the House of Mimosa, and I was like, oh my God, you guys are like
House of
Mimosa. You guys are like the modern day Laverne and Shirley. You should do a show. So this is something they write, they direct, produce, they just deliver it to us. On Thursdays, it's Throwback Thursdays with Pickles, Michael Wakefield.
What is that? Oh, I love Michael
You know
Wakefield.
Michael,
Yes,
yeah. Well, he has a drag persona now also called
Pickles?
Pickles.
Michael Wakefield was one of the first photographers who shot me like in the 80s. Like,
he had a cable show in the 90s called It's a Wonderful Life. So he has all this footage of Palladium, Pyramid, Boy Bar, Limelight. I mean,
wow.
tons. Like yesterday, put up clips of Candace running around Palladium with girl Lena in 1994. It's amazing. So it's Throwback Thursdays with Pickles, and it's all these amazing clips. The week before is all this stuff with Alexis Arquette running around New York. It's from like 95. It's crazy.
Back when, because I remember Oklahoma always had the huge, the big video thing, and like the video cameras were like this big, and they had to have someone with a light following you.
It was a commitment.
It was totally, and we would run when we would see them. Always, I mean, because it was just like all of a sudden you'd see like a light come on, you'd be like,
and it was a light.
It was
like a police search
light.
So anyway, it's a one-stop destination of content by gay artists, for gay artists, doodly-doo, anyone. There's something for everybody. It's on Miss Sherry Vine, YouTube.
You're performing right now at Casita del Campo.
That's right.
Casita del Campo.
It was perfect.
It's the basement of a Mexican restaurant in Silver Lake.
Yes.
It is a death trap. My God, if a spark goes off,
honey, if you fart, you can blow it up totally. Bunny does her show there now. Dina Martina. It's like the drag theater. I mean, it's perfect. It just has this atmosphere of like, anything goes. Well, you can drink.
It feels a little bit like Pyramid, or like some of like those old like Avenue
school.
C places.
Yeah.
Limbo Lounge. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
But I love that where it's just like they let the kids like run it, and
do
it's like
thing.
Mom and Dad are upstairs, and the kids get to do whatever they want.
They're so amazing and supportive. I mean, we run around and drag, like, you know, we get to eat there upstairs, and go up and have a drink, and they're just like not even phased. They're just like, hey, girls.
And you're doing Golden Girls.
We're doing Golden Girls now. That ends on Sunday, and then we leave to go to the UK. It's me, Jackie Beat, Lady Bunny, and Bianca Del Rio.
God help you.
Yeah.
You people in the UK don't
Get
know what's
ready.
coming up, right?
It's called National Treasures, AKA the Antique Roadshow.
You were on a panel at Dragcon. You are on the
Old lady.
Legends.
Oh, I thought they were calling it Old Queens panel. No, Legends. That's much
The
better.
Legends, and
Yeah.
it's you and Linda.
We're gonna have some swag and shit for people.
No, were you there last time?
I was not.
It is, can I tell you, it is an experience because it is thousands of like little kids that you have no idea that they're your fans. Like,
Right.
like all of a sudden, like how did this generation like discover, you know?
into it.
Yeah, but they are, you'll see like little, you know, like 8-year-old kids with their mother, and you're
We
just
better
like,
keep it clean.
but you're just like, God bless, that is
Right.
it's so,
It's amazing.
it's such a good feeling.
That's
and
really
everybody
great.
there is in such like a wonderful, yeah.
I'm really excited to do it this year. I've talked to several people, and like Johnny McGovern was like, "You have to go."
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love doing it. That's why I'm a single honey. I'm sitting at home on Saturday night alone on rhymezone.com looking for words that rhyme with cock. That's why she's single. This is my 25-year anniversary now, this year of drag. I love drag still as much now as I did the first day. I fucking love it. I love it.
Well, here's to 25 more years.
Yeah, thank you. There's a huge list of things I still want to do, so here's to another 25 years.
Gorgeous.